Hi everybody, Rachel Stuart with Cornerstone Realty. So I am here talking to you today about selling your home. So I want you to kind of get a little feel for me. I'm doing my videos at home now. I really want you to kind of get the idea that, we all live in this ideal, perfect bubble that, like we must not have our stuff together, but everybody else does. And I want you guys to really like kind of see, I am a real person. I have kids' pictures on the wall. My life isn't always together. Everything is not perfect at home. My house isn't sell ready. I always joke with my husband, my God, we're going to have to move before we can sell the house because there's just so much stuff that just doesn't present well. But I want to give you guys some tips on so if you want to sell your house, and let's say you want to stay living in your house while you're doing the selling process. If you have the ability to move somewhere else first, please, I'm telling you, do it. Less is always more when you're trying to showcase your house. Like if you have loads of stuff everywhere, that's great. But really, honestly, even if you have nice things, less is more. So if you can empty your house out to do a sale, or if you have the money to do the staging, that's great. Staging can be really pricey though. The best alternative I would say is to get some of your own things out. I always recommend getting like a storage unit of some sort. That way you can take up things that don't have to be in the house right now. Like if it's July and you're selling, do the Christmas ornaments have to be in the closet? I mean, no, you could probably put them somewhere else. So those types of things, but like trying to get out the extra things you have. Closets in particular, oh my, please don't ever open my closets when you come to visit, because they're a hot mess. But that is something that as a potential buyer, when you're looking through a house, if you open a closet and all of a sudden it's like an avalanche, that's a turnoff. Like you have to shut the door really fast. You don't even really know how big the closet was to begin with. So things like that definitely want to be cleaned out. So cleaning out your closet, that kind of stuff. Repainting is always nice. Smells are a big thing. So actually the smell of fresh paint kind of gets the idea in the buyer's head that you're really serious about selling and that you've got that repainting thing. Don't go crazy with paint colors. See my paint color video for advice on that one. But it's just a nice idea to get things going. Other things with smell that are easy, candles. As a realtor, I usually blow out the candles when I'm walking through because I'm not trying to leave a house fire behind unless they tell me not to blow them out. But you can always have like the little plug-ins if you don't want to have the fire hazard, which I don't necessarily recommend a fire hazard. But you can always have those plugged in. Those types of things really help, especially if you have pets or anything like that, which see my pet video for the pet advice. But those are good things to do. Try to have your kitchen countertops cleaned off. I say this from a place of love. My kitchen countertops are not cleaned off, not even a little. So, those types of things, those are the types of places where you're going to have the buyer stopping and chatting with their real estate agent, trying to figure out like, oh, do I like this? Don't I like this? What's the layout like? So those types of things are good to clean out. Other potential things to do, the front porch, because that's generally as realtors, we have kind of crazy lives and we're like, oh my God, I'm running late. And so sometimes our clients are sitting on the front porch waiting for us. So if you have a nice front porch, that's a bonus. So those types of things can really help. Finding a good realtor, if you're in the Virginia area, look me up, look my husband up. We're really good, hence why I'm here. But if that's one important thing, you need to find someone that you can really relate to, someone that you feel like is going to be honest with you, because they're going to recommend price. And if I do a pricing interview, I try to be serious about what the number I think the house will sell for in the market. When I do a market analysis, I don't just want to give someone the number they want. Like you may want $300,000 for a house that's worth $250,000. It's not in my best interest to market it that way. It's not really in your best interest to market that way. You can lose a lot of time on market. So just kind of feel out the person, make sure it's someone you can relate to and trust. Make sure you can get out of it what you need. I mean, for a lot of folks, they need, XYZ for their number, for where they're moving next and things like that. But definitely you're going to want someone you can trust to work through that process with. So that's an important step. Another big advice coming from a mom that works and is also trying to get their life together too. You may want to do a big open house where you get like the kids and a lot of the stuff out. And the dogs, if you have dogs, I have dogs, cats, oh gosh. So that it's a strategy to try to market towards one day where you can get as many people in there as possible. It really does depend on your market though. I mean, this is really easy to do in Northern Virginia when I'm selling a house outside of, outside of DC. Harder to do in my hometown here of Culpeper. It's a little bit smaller community. It's harder to get a whole bunch of people to all come at the same time, to the same place on the same day. But if you can, it's kind of nice because then you can just really clean it up for one day, and it's not like you're on duty. Because if you've never sold your house while living in it, it can be a real headache. Because literally you'll get a call. Even when you say you want 24 hours notice, you may have someone that's like, hey, I'm in the area, any chance? And then you have to do like the mad dash, shove all your stuff away. Kids, put your stuff away. And you yell at your children a lot, generally, because, you're like, keep the house clean. And it's a nightmare. But the way to get an easier process going is to try to find someone that can market your house and have you still live in it. If you can't afford the luxury of moving somewhere else. I definitely... I think it's important for a real estate agent to understand that sellers are people, just like your buyers are people. They love their house. They want to move somewhere else, but, they have a real life they're living in there, and they need to be respectful of your things and hopefully gently tell you to, fold your towels better. But it's important to form that kind of relationship because you want to make sure you can market things, and you want someone that's actually spending the money to market your house to the right people, to get as many people in there, to try to get, you as much notice as possible when showings are coming, and to make sure that they can, accommodate people themselves when needed. So it's a lot to think about. Some take-home points being less is more. Less is more. And, if you need help and you're in this area, or if you need a water bottle, I've got a lot of these water bottles. Ooh, look cute backwards, but it's the Stuart team of Cornerstone Realty. These only order by the 500s. So if you need one, just, comment on my Facebook page and I will hook you up. But let me know if you guys need any help out there. I'm happy to assist, or just tell you something funny and quirky and just random. I have a lot of fun facts in my head. All right, talk to you later. Bye.